we live?
We are live.
Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, it's morning somewhere in the world.
Yeah, so basically I'm Anna and that's Nat, and that's our coffee morning with Nat and Anna. And sorry we are late.
We had a busy week and there was a lot of going on, so we were not able to actually post the video at a normal time or in the morning, as you say, the coffee morning. So, so we're doing a live stream instead, and this is a first for me. I've never done this before. I think Anna did. So basically, we are going to be talking about a lot of things. Have we got any plan or just going along with it?
So let's start from the beginning why we're actually late. So I was working last night till midnight. So to be honest with you guys, I just overslept. And you were flying back in from where?
And I was away to the wedding in Ireland, so we got back a little bit late as well. And there was a lot of things to go on after. There's a lot of things to do.
So you were attending Irish wedding?
It wasn't an Irish wedding, it was two of my best friends. She's Polish and he's American. And finally they managed to actually tie the knot in Ireland. So we had a family coming from all over the world, from New York, from Poland, from England. So it was a really, really nice weekend. It was lovely. The place was amazing. The hotels, oh my gosh.
Was it a church wedding or?
No, it was just a registered office for now. But then we went to this hotel that was really, really pretty. The place is called Killarney in Ireland, if you know it. It's full of hotels, like literally one next to another. And we stayed first night at a different hotel. It was beautiful. Very good value, honestly. It was not even expensive, but beautiful hotels. If I could show you all the pictures, I would.
How many stars was it?
I haven't even checked, honestly. I didn't. I just looked as you book a, well, the cheapest hotel available for the night. And it was beautiful. It had everything. Massive rooms,
Just for those who've never been to Ireland, it's like a really remote place. So you literally have a house and then about miles and miles of fields and then another house. So it's very remote.
Depends where you go.
So where did you go?
Because I always used to go to the smaller town that is just like you said. This is like a countryside and then few houses, tiny little villages, beautiful surroundings. Okay. But we went to one of the bigger towns, which was, we walked out of hotel and to be honest, we walked straight to the left and I didn't even look to the right. And then only when I was crossing the road, I looked to the right and I saw those huge mountains everywhere. I didn't even know how, like where that place was. Amazing, there's lakes, there's waterfalls. We didn't have time to go and visit those places, unfortunately. But it's a fantastic place to go.
But how many days did you go for then?
We went for a couple of nights. So yeah, we had like 2 days. One of them was obviously including the wedding, and then we spent time at the hotel. But it was beautiful, beautiful place.
So the groom is American, right?
He is.
Okay, so was it like Polish/American wedding theme, or how did they do it?
I must say it was a Polish hospitality. There were loads of food prepared in the Polish way, which means a lot of food on the table, no one ever goes hungry, loads of drink, loads of food. We did karaoke, obviously, because we love karaoke. We had a little karaoke machine. Then there was the live music at the restaurant, which they completely invaded. The poor man was standing there.
Where?
It was in a restaurant. They had a live show in the evening. Okay. So when we finished partying in our room, we just all moved there. So the man was obviously there just singing songs, and because all of our friends are really good singers, and they had a few drinks and they were having a lovely time, so they were literally surrounding him, begging him to let them sing. He wouldn't. He was really nice.
That's right. I know, because the groom actually from New York, he plays guitar and he does his own songs as well. So he's a musician. And the bride-to-be, she absolutely loves karaoke, and obviously they are kind of doing the music together. So hopefully if they've got a YouTube channel, we can like share their YouTube channel with you guys, so you can have a look, because it's just lovely how they love and like making music together.
Yeah.
And you love karaoke as well, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? I mean, seriously, everyone always says, but I can't sing. nobody can sing. Everyone, karaoke is for enjoying singing. Whether you can or can't, everyone sings their own way and having fun.
Okay, but you know the auto-tune, right? Like there's lots of big artists that admitted recently they auto-tune the songs. Like, do
Would
you?
like filter them.
Yeah. So if you do your karaoke, let's say using a app, do you auto-tune your songs to make it?
There
like
is an
sound
app. There is an app that you can use, and it's for. I'm not going to mention the name now, but I'm sure a lot of people know about this. It's a great app for people that love karaoke to, on your phone, record songs, join other people, and sing with them together. And yes, there are filters. You can not massively change your voice, but you can adjust it to the volume and everything. So yeah, you can have fun on it.
Right.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we obviously Beach My Travel, so we have a YouTube channel. I'm the youngest, she's the oldest. We actually twins. So Nat is 5 minutes older than me.
I'm the older. I'm the older one, 5 minutes.
And we are twins, and nobody ever believes we are twins.
No, never.
Do we look like a twins?
Nobody ever believed us. All of our lives we had this problem. At school, obviously, we spent all of our years of school together in the same class.
Yeah, we did.
Every single time a new teacher came in.
Yeah.
Anna, Nat, are you sisters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Twins? Yes.
Not only that, like, you know guys, when you sit in the class and the teacher calls the name to check if you're present at the school, and you're supposed to like lift your hand and say present, and once they came to our name, it was just like two of them.
Them two.
Them two.
One was ill, it was like, where's the other one? And one of us, we couldn't say, I don't know, like cover for each other, because obviously like we live together.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but we could get away with everything at school basically because I don't know, people just found it odd that we are twins and we don't look like twins.
Yeah, because we're not identical twins.
Of course we're
But
not.
actually, I don't think I would want to look exactly the same as you. It's not in an offensive way, but like it's nice that we're both so different. We are different, completely different personalities and
Yeah.
looks wise.
I mean, to be honest, when we were younger, I was the pretty one, and my sister had. Come here, tell them. She was wearing the glasses, so obviously no one was looking at her. And then once upon a time, when we were about 14, 15, when she took the glasses off, and ever so sudden everyone were like, "Oh my God, you look like a Britney Spears, you look like a Jennifer Lopez, you're so pretty." And this is when my life changed.
You need to wear glasses.
Yeah.
No, but I still need to wear glasses, and you know,
Yeah.
so you're the lucky one.
Yeah. And we changed like the hair color a lot as well. So once we decided we're gonna do our hair in blonde, and back in the days, because we are Polish, you literally go to the shop and you buy a hair bleach. And we done this before schools. Yeah, and she ended up with the orange hair looking like a chicken.
Yeah. There's like a strawberry straw blonde.
I
It
just-
was awful. None of the blonde shades suit me, but it suits her. Like you used to have really blonde hair, and you said you need to put a picture.
And if any hairdresser tells you cannot go blonde from dark hair, they're wrong. Because every single hair salon I went to, the professional one, was able to immediately, within the one visit, change my natural dark hair into a proper light blonde color without waiting, without coming back for 3 appointments, going ginger, God knows what. No, you can do it. So if they say, "Oh, I can't do it," just don't use a hairdresser. Simple as that, isn't it?
Just because you never had problems with the hair. I know everyone says if you bleach too much or for too long, you can damage the hair, and that I'm sure that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But you never had that problem, and your hair is as dark as mine. Actually.
Yeah, but I've got like proper grey hair now because now we're old.
So do I.
Now we're old.
Well, at least we can disguise that. You can
Yeah.
still point the collar on and
Yeah. But obviously, like, we just want you guys to get to know us a little better because our channel is not only about like travel videos, but we do lots of reviews as well. So we've done some recent videos about our new drone, and we are not so serious channel, so obviously we put a pinch of salt on everything we do.
We don't plan much, we don't rehearse, we just go with it.
Yeah,
so sometimes
yeah.
you might not, as with that drone video, I never saw that, never seen the drone, never seen the box before. As soon as I started taking it out, I was like, oops, this looks complicated, and I didn't want to break it.
Yeah.
And I think it shows in the video that I actually have no idea what I'm doing with it.
Yeah.
But then it shows you like the reality of it. This is real. We were just discovering that item. I think it would be too planned and acted if we just prepared ourselves and go, yep, this is it, this is this, this is this. And how do you know all this? You want to just open the box. So yeah, and we're quite busy as well. So we don't really have.
We actually work full time, believe it or not. This is our hobby. This is something that we can do together, because since we are twins, we used to do everything together, and I mean it. Like, we used to share the room together throughout the school. Every single class we went to together. We used to sit together. We used to have the same friends, and then when we turned 18, we split. That's where the separate life goes, and we really struggled. So like proper struggled with like being away. And I swear, like, when she like feels sick, I feel sick before I even know she's sick. So there's something like about twins, about that connection, that people feel, oh, it's superstitious, it's not true. Well, it is true, seriously, it is true, I'm telling you that. Like, if I've got nightmares and I'm like, I don't know, I feel hot, I feel cold, like I called her and she's like, yeah, I've got fever or I've got a flu. Seriously, it is true.
Yeah, there's definitely something.
Yeah, there is something about
like
it.
Sometimes we just come up with. And the other day, we haven't spoken for like 2 days or something, and I thought, oh, I need to message you, and I messaged you something, and at the same time, I messaged him through you asking me something, and then you went, I don't believe this. I just texted you right. Not even like one after another. It was literally at the same time.
Yeah, we literally messaging each other at the same time. So yeah, it's quite freaky. But yeah, so we really plan a lot with our channel. So if you guys not subscribed yet, do subscribe. In 7 weeks, I'm going to Vietnam. We are taking the drone out to give you guys some footage of the beach in Phu Quoc. It's a little island just off Cambodia, but it's still part of the Vietnam. And we will be there for 2 weeks. And we've got another gadget coming up soon, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket, which the video should be out like early next week. So hopefully we can show you guys some really like proper nice footage, because at the moment we kind of do it off the mobile phones, which is fine, but obviously we want to give you that quality video, I think. Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you know, it's it's just a lazy Sunday for us. Sorry for being late as well. So obviously we're always late, are we?
No, we try not to.
We are late.
Well, like I said, it is more.
Do you know, I'm gonna make you a coffee.
That's a great idea.
Because I'm totally forgot. Like, seriously. Sorry guys. Like, we're having a coffee morning and we're not having any coffee, so that's
Yeah, and actually I haven't had a coffee today, so this is like my morning coffee. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So it'll be a bit loud because the kettle is on, so I think I can really sneeze as well.
Quick sneeze now.
Look. Oh my god.
We should have put the kettle on before really, so we'll be like ready. But that again, no preparation and no rehearsing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no rehearsing, never rehearsing. So yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, so basically, what hobbies do we got? What hobby is your hobby?
My hobby.
Apart from karaoke, of course.
Karaoke. I've recently started learning to play the guitar.
Oh, learning.
Learning.
So next Sunday, maybe Nat, I can't call it Italian. Nat is gonna bring her guitar next Sunday, so she can live play the guitar.
Practice.
Oh yeah, and the best thing she ever said when she was doing her karaoke recordings on the mobile phone was that she's doing the professional recordings.
Who said that?
You said that.
That is a professional.
Yeah, you said I'm a professional.
Oh yeah, it's professional on the phone. It's like we do professional recording now.
Yeah, but I'll tell you a little secret. So when I was 15, I decided I'm gonna be a rapper. So my parents, our dad was a sound engineer, and he decided, okay, if you want to be a rapper, Anna, it's fine. I'm gonna take you to my friend's studio. You're gonna record on the tracks. You're gonna be recording. You're gonna be rapping. And back in the days, it was forbidden. So no female was allowed to rap. There were like lots of male rappers, but no female rappers. So he took us to the studio and we were literally recording. Absolutely loved it. We got lots of haters as well, obviously. And yeah, and there were some people like writing this on us, like proper full-on songs that used to be on YouTube, and God, they're not anymore. Yeah, I'll carry on. And we actually recorded the whole CD, and that was sold in the shops when we were 16. And we loved it. We absolutely loved it, and the tracks are really, really good. Sadly not in English, so most of you guys will not understand. But like we found it like really a cool hobby to do. So I believe like if you guys have something you want to try, you should just go ahead and try it, because you never know what will kind of tick your boxes and like fulfill your destiny. And obviously once we were at school, in between the lessons they used to play the music. So you had like 15 to 20 minutes break between the classes when you changed the classes, so you're walking around the school. And during that time, they were playing the music out in the speakers in the school. And just to make a point, they had to play our songs. So we were walking through the class, from one classroom to the other, with everyone staring at us every single 45 minutes once we were changing the classes, because our songs were played. And we had nothing to say about that, and we could not stop it.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of famous people. They were like bullied and whatever when they were younger at school for their talent and everything. Lady Gaga, for example, have you heard the story?
Yeah, but you know
She used
how
to be
hard that is. Like, if you were 16 and I was 16 at the time, like until now, I remember how traumatizing that was, because yeah, you don't know who's staring at you because they like your music, or who's staring at you because like they've got a problem with it.
Yeah, but
And
you have to think
people are very vicious, like jealous, especially if they're jealous, they're just going to like proper like hate on you, and like it can be really hard if you're like so young, because it will affect you in a different way.
Or your real stars now, they have haters, they have people that, you know, they get horrible messages and everything. Just part that comes with.
Yeah, but funny enough, because some of my songs, like they are still on YouTube, and I had a look, I found those songs, and people are putting comments after like 15 years saying, oh my god, I remember that song, oh my god, I met you guys, oh my god, you signed my CD. And I was like, that's actually amazing, because those people were kind of affected by whatever we were doing, the music we were doing, the message we were coming across with when we were doing our songs. And they remember, they are kind of our age now, right?
Yeah,
and they was like,
fun.
oh my god, I remember, I was looking for that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like never get anyone like drag you down or like make you feel worse than you are, because it's just, they're just like
haters. Remember, if you like something, go
do
for
it. Do it.
This is
go
your
for
life.
It.
You've only got one life to really try not to care about what people say. And I know it's easy to say, because I'm one of those people that often worry about what someone else is going to think or how they're going to feel. So I always put everyone's emotions first. And I keep telling myself, you need to change, you need to be stronger than this, you need to worry about yourself.
Yeah.
So it is hard, but you know, it's life, and we have to enjoy the life that we have.
Yeah, that's right. But like the most amazing thing we had at school, and I'm gonna tell you that because not many schools have, are two things. One, we had a shooting range for sport shooting. So everyone in our school was required to do a sport shooting. You know the one like in Olympics, when you lay down position and you shoot into a target and they mark it down from one dot till the other. So like we were like having a shooting range at the school. So that was absolutely amazing. And in our class, out of 33 people, there were only 5 girls, because it was very much like an IT related class, and like, yeah,
it was a profile for
science,
maths, English and IT.
Yeah.
And purely that's the reason why there wasn't many girls in there.
Funny
That was
enough, the ballroom dancing was another subject that everyone had to attend at school because they believed that every single well-educated young person should know how to dance ballroom. If they are CEO one day and they have to go out there and present themselves in front of the staff members, in front of the other board members, and obviously dance like cha-cha or samba or
No,
rumba.
it wasn't just ballroom, it was Latin too. They actually introduced it our year for the first time as a subject at school, alongside of PE and everything else. We had dance lessons, and then at the end of the year we had like a real competition in pairs, and you could win medals and stuff.
But
I got silver medal.
It was hard to watch because not everyone is suitable for dancing. Not everyone had a feel of rhythm. Not everyone's supposed to be dancing in a way like you cannot mark them on it, because you're supposed to be dancing like for pleasure, for fun, not for marks. And if there is a teacher there who has to mark you and you've got no choice but to draw in the lesson, it's like I'm scared of heights. If I'll have a class at school that will require me to bungee jump for scores to pass, how do you think that will end up? And that's pretty much what the class was to most of the people.
I think this is why they actually removed that, because
it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever
part
seen.
of music lesson was to assignment was to sing a song that we all learned, and again, not everyone can sing like in tune and properly. So
Exactly.
how can you mark and judge everybody if to one people it comes really naturally? But then when you think about it, you're like, okay, some people with maths or science, they need more work to get to the same level as another person that comes. That
Well,
thinks
fair
but
enough.
with singing,
Fair enough.
you can't learn to sing.
You either are talented and you can polish it, or you don't have the talent and you just try to go through the lesson, because music lessons like theory is one thing, but actually a performing arts, it's a different thing. So I don't think they should at school force performing arts. They could try it once and then just don't do it forever, because you kind of force
This is why now you got it as a choice when you get
Exactly,
older,
which is
you
better.
can
We didn't
pick
have a choice, we had to participate. And we've seen all our colleagues that were not interested, were not into it, and didn't have the skills to follow through, and they will never have hidden skills that the teacher magically discovered, and they had to deal with it. And obviously all the other schoolmates are watching, and I don't think that for self-esteem, I don't think it works.
Yeah, that was.
It
that
just
must have
doesn't
been
work.
really hard. People
It
were
doesn't
not
work.
confident of-
Yeah, especially freestyle, when they told you to do your own choreography and present the whole dance routine. I mean, some people's routines, you try to be nice, but you just can't hold your shit, don't you?
Yeah, that was hard.
It was hard.
People were put in positions where you can either say I'm not going to do it, and then you go straight 0 mark or whatever.
Yeah, and then
Not doing it at
you
all.
don't pass, because it's they marked everyone on this. So, well, that's Europe for you. Well, it used to be anyway. So hope you guys in different countries don't have that silly situation to go through. If you are still at school, it wasn't the nicest, was it?
Oh, we were fine.
Well, yeah,
Well,
obviously,
I get
it doesn't matter. I feel for
some
other people.
no. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So definitely.
Fine, so.
No, it's just a Netflix notification. So just so we can have something good to watch later tonight.
Why? What should I do?
We've got that new TV series, V Wars, that we're watching. I think it's about. Well, I know what it's about. Whoever watched ever Vampire Diaries will know. The guy, the slim brother, the evil one, he's actually playing a good guy. He's playing a doctor in V Wars on Netflix. It's really good to watch. It's basically about the virus, vampire virus, but it doesn't spread the way other people think. So it's not like you're gonna get bite in the neck and you turn into a vampire. It works like a proper virus, so it just spreads through the whole system.
Sorry for a minute, yes.
And then obviously hijacking, fun hijacking. Yeah, so basically V Wars is just absolutely amazing, and I like all those movies, science fiction movies, science fiction books. So V Wars for me is like a bit like Vampire Diaries, but a little bit more realistic, because it is a virus, and it's spreading
Sounds
like
interesting.
like any virus, and it turns people into this blood-sucking vampires.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Because you know, I don't.
And you have
is
to
it
have
violent.
yeah, and you have to have a special gene
But it's
to get it.
but it's unrealistic violence. So like if you watch it, you know this,
Yeah.
it can't be real. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't deal with violent movies that possibly could happen in real life. 'Cause
Okay.
honestly, I am so bad. This is how different we are. She watches horror movies all the time. I still remember watching Chucky Doll when I was 13, and I'm still scared of that thing. I'm so terrible.
Do you guys remember this horror movie called Chucky?
A lot of people laugh at it now.
I mean,
just a Chucky
it's
doll,
not
real.
funny. Like,
But when you're 12 years old and there were, you know, years ago,
Yeah.
they were not.
Yeah.
I think Gremlins. I'm still scared of Gremlins.
Oh Jesus! The best one ever is when they're all sitting in the cinema, and this is a Christmas coming, right, guys? So you need to watch the Gremlins for Christmas, because this is one is a Christmas when they're sitting in the cinema. All the Gremlins are sitting in the cinema, and they sing, do they?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you remember, because you used to have this nice fluffy thing, and then you put the water over it,
That's
and it
really-
turns into this monster.
Isn't that how they multiply?
Yeah, and it turns into this monster. And now you're thinking like, oh, I've got a little fluffy dog. What's gonna happen if I put the water over it?
I call my little dog a Gremlin sometimes when she's being naughty.
Yeah,
she's a little Yorkie.
She got Yorkie. I've got West Highland White Terrier, which is Westie.
So I've seen it in one of the videos.
What's the name of your dog?
Yorkshire Terrier.
No, the name.
The name is Mishka.
So my dog
Mishka.
Westie is called Mr. Westie because he's a Mr.
No. Well, my Mishka, she looks like the good Gremlin. What's his name?
She's doing this as well, isn't
Yes, she's got a little teeth. Oh, so when we're talking about dogs, I'm gonna rant here and just share this experience with you. And this is not a happy experience.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
2 or 3 days ago, I took my dog to the groomers. I'm not going to mention the name, I'm not going to do any of this, but that really, this experience made me realize how much trust we all put in the hands of a person with sharp scissors that's supposed to make your dog better, right? I've taken her to the groomers before. This was the first time I used this particular one. And yes, she was matted. Her hair was matted near the skin because she's a Yorkie, and as the hair's growing, it's really difficult to demat it yourself, especially if she doesn't like it, or she really doesn't like being brushed. So I decided to take her to the groomers and have it done and pay for the service.
Yeah.
So I'm really upset about this still, because I picked her up from the groomers, shaven, which is great, and that's fine. The hair was matted, they shaved it off, but they injured my dog quite badly. I didn't realise how bad it was until I got home. I actually had to take her to the vet. She had literally no skin on the back of one of her legs. The bone was sticking out. And that is not funny at all. The worst of all, the girl that done it denies any responsibility. She still states that in her contract it says, I will not be accountable for any issues arising from removing the hair. I mean, sorry, what does that mean to you? Removing the hair is part of the grooming process.
But that's not only that, she actually charged extra because she had more work to do.
No, but
So-
that's fair enough. That's fine.
No, because it's not fine at all.
No. If it's really matted, I understand. If they need to shave it and it takes longer, I don't mind paying an extra £5.
Well,
I
yeah, but
get
not
that.
if she injured your dog.
But she injured her, and worst of all, she accused me of neglecting my own dog, and she said it's my fault that she injured my dog because she was matted.
Oh, and then she asked why the dog was so aggressive. Like the Yorkie is like that size, seriously. Like she's the cutest thing ever. Of course she's gonna be. Of course she's gonna be aggressive if you're like literally taking her skin off alive.
It was awful. I just want to make you all aware how unregulated this industry is. You sign in a paper, fair enough, I signed the agreement, but I would never in a million years expect to pick up a dog that needed vet's
Yeah,
treatment that I had to pay for.
yeah.
I communicated with the girl, and all I had back was, I will not be paying anything. This is not my fault, it's your fault because you neglected your dog. And you know what? I feel sorry for Mishka. I feel bad that I let her get muttered. But this is what happens to dogs. I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, but not only that, as soon as she left the groomers, and that was only a few days ago, so that was our week again, sorry for being late, but this is what happens during the week that we pretty much go from. She left the groomers, and 5 minutes after, she put the phone up to leave a review on Facebook, and she already blocked her.
She blocked me as soon as I left the house, and she even emailed me and said, I blocked you from my social media because I knew that you were going to leave the bad review. She clearly knew what she done. She thinks that the bit of the agreement covers her for everything.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you now that I'm not leaving it like this. I've been in touch with trading standards already, and if I need to, I will take it to the small courts claim. Just to argue that bit
Just to prove the point.
no, just to argue that bit in the agreement, because I was told by trading standards that this could be argued about, because it's purely not fair. How can she be not responsible for any issues? So doesn't mean that she can cut the ear off and then say it was the dog's fault because the dog moved.
Basically anyone can just open the grooming salon, take your dog, take $60 out of you for a haircut for a little tiny pup, and then cause an injury that you're gonna have to pay for another $100 for a treatment that's gonna take 6 weeks to actually get the dog back to the shape. And then it's you can't even leave a review to let other people know not to use the company. It's ridiculous.
First of all, she threatened me to call police on me if I slander her business online, in her words. I'm sorry, but in my understanding, slandering means publishing false information about the business. If you actually, if people are able to leave good reviews, then I mean, where does it? I'm not even happy with Facebook. How does it work? How can it be possible for people only to be able to leave their good review and not bad? And there's nowhere to complain. There's nowhere to resolve this. Basically, she's saying, I've done nothing wrong. You had a muttered dog, so I cut her leg. Anyway, as you can see, I'm still really upset about this. And
Of course you are.
for the weekend, I really try not to think about it. But I picked up my dog from my friends today.
Yeah.
And she's still hopping on her little leg. It is healing. She's getting better, and she's a happy and loving dog. So I know she'll get back to it, but she'll be traumatized for life for groomers. That's you.
So basically, if you find a groomer for your dog that you're happy with, please do not change it. I didn't change mine for years. Just carry on with the same one. They know your dog. They know what to expect from your dog. You are happy. The dog is happy. It's healthy. Carry on, because that was the first time you changed, did you?
Well, I wouldn't say that is the rule, because I'm human. Everyone's human. People work with sharp scissors with moving objects. Dogs move. Some dogs really don't like being groomed. I understand accidents happen, but you would only expect some decency from that person to ring you and say, I'm really sorry this happened, you know, or even she could have rang me and said, I think that the hair is too matted, I don't want to risk injury, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to do this.
That would be fair enough, isn't it?
And I would have said, that's fine, no problem. But it almost feels to me like she done it deliberately to hurt that dog, to then say it's my fault. This is what it sounds to me.
Yeah.
But yes, read the contracts, read the terms and conditions, because it seems to me like those people covering themselves to be able to do absolutely everything that could happen and have no responsibility for it. Because I've read so many stories after this, honestly, what happens at groomers sometimes. And yes, you can start a claim court, a small claim at the county court, but you have to then prove that she did it deliberately or not by just accident. So it's probably not going to be worth fighting, but I would just like to raise some awareness on this, purely because of that sad experience. Just please read what you sign in. Don't make the same mistake as me. And yeah, then we can change the subject.
Yeah, so now, you're very hot right now.
I am very flustered.
It's very hot right now.
I'm just a little bit hot anyway.
Just get it out of your system. Just get it out of your system. Just do that.
Even the baby starts to kick you like, yeah, mom, sorry.
Yeah, beach my travel baby
Yeah.
is growing.
I'm not just fat or black. I don't know if anyone noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm nearly 20 weeks pregnant, so yeah. Getting bigger, growing.
Yeah, so changing the subject, beach my travel baby is coming. I'm gonna be auntie. Woohoo!
Again.
So that means I'm gonna have to organize the baby shower, obviously. So that is coming soon,
Yes.
very soon.
Wow. Baby's due at the end of April, so still got some time. But
Yeah.
tomorrow is the big day.
What's tomorrow?
We've got a scan tomorrow.
So you're not coming tomorrow morning?
No.
Oh my goodness!
I need to be at the hospital at 9:30, sorry. Well, we've got the second scan, which hopefully, depending on what position the baby decides to be in, we might find out what it is. If it's a boy or a girl. So place your bets if you want to. Everyone else is doing that.
So why don't you guys just leave us a comment, because tomorrow is the B day when the baby gender is out. Leave us a comment and say boy or a girl. And then if you're right, we're gonna do a little raffle and somebody's gonna get a special prize from Vietnam. Once we are in Vietnam, we're gonna buy you guys a special souvenir, ask for your address, post it to you, doesn't matter where you live. If you guess the right gender, and then you will be picked from our raffle, you'll get a special gift from me from Vietnam.
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe to our channel and leave the comments so you can enter this competition.
Yeah. So leave a comment, a boy or a girl, and I promise you, in 7 weeks, I'm in Vietnam. I'll be doing a video while I'm choosing your guys' prize, and whoever is gonna be picked from whoever got the right answer is gonna get that prize from Vietnam. If there's anything you want from Vietnam as well, just let me know straight away, so I know what to buy.
What's the most iconic things from Vietnam? And when you think about it, when you go on holiday, what could you bring? Because like, say you go into Thailand.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Vietnam, especially Phuoc Island, where I'm going to, is the most famous, the most biggest producer of a pepper. We're talking white pepper, dark pepper.
We're talking about the spice.
Pepper, actual pepper. Yeah, peppercorns, pepper.
Peppercorns, so the spice pepper, not
Pepper, yes, spice
not
pepper.
peppers as the
No,
vegetables.
not pepper as vegetables. The pepper. They've got plantation of peppers.
Okay.
The nicest pepper ever. So we're gonna be visiting plantations of peppercorns. So I'm not sure if any of you guys want some pepper.
Do you know what all I can think about when I think Vietnam is the, like the
Noodles?
jungles, like going through the woods.
Yeah. So I'm a bit like that. So I travel further when my sister is traveling mostly in Europe.
Oh, I love 1 hour flight to Ireland.
And I usually go and sacrifice myself sitting in a plane in economy seat for 15 hours. That's what I do.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't
And then I
imagine
usually ended up evacuating, like in Egypt,
that.
when the whole plane was taking off, already 5 hours late in Egypt, on the runway, 2 o'clock in the morning, taking off, smoke everywhere in the cabin, people kicking off the fire doors.
Wait,
Evacuation doors.
Like exactly how it's.
That's exactly how it
Because
started.
you said like, oh yeah, there was smoke. There's
Because there was.
Wait,
Because
you actually got in the plane and you were sitting
Yeah.
with the seatbelts on.
We were
Before
actually going
starting.
on the runway, so the plane was ready to take up from the runway, and people started to put the reading lights on because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. So imagine it was dark, you couldn't see it. Once you put the reading light on, all you could see is just
Oh
smoke.
my god.
People start screaming, "Oh my God, smoke in the cabin, fire, Jesus, ah, woo!" And they kick off the doors, and obviously plane didn't take off. It has to go straight back onto the runway. It was a huge plane, so obviously it's like we had to slide down through the emergency exit doors on the sides from about like what, 1 floor up.
So we landed straight back down.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, never mind. Yeah, anyway, don't disturb my story because it's really traumatic. And everyone were tired because the plane was like 5 hours already. It was our return journey back to the UK from Egypt, from Uganda. And funny enough, the travel agent that the plane belongs to went under liquidation a few months ago, so it's no longer trading. But they hold our luggage. We only had the hand luggage with us. They hold us in Egypt for 48 hours. They had to obviously place us into a accommodation, alternative accommodation for 48 hours because they had no planes to take us back to the England. So
yeah, well, I guess at that point you're lucky that you're alive and nothing more
oh
serious
my
happened.
god, but that was just, it was just ridiculous. There were like 6 people coming back on the return flight on like a wheelchair with like broken necks and broken arms.
And you didn't.
Because people know, because once you are evacuating and you panic, and they were evacuating through the wings, obviously that's the most like, and they were evacuating through the wings, obviously that's the most like difficult part to slide down. So people were sliding down too fast or like not proper, and they were just like hitting the floor and like it was just horrible.
Was there
And it was
actual
pitch
fire?
black on
Was
the
it
runway. It was July, guys. It was proper like 45, 48 degrees on the desert kind of situation. So we were just standing there, and there was a plane behind us that was about to land, and the plane just had to quickly take off because we didn't move. We were just literally there.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you guys fancy watching like my video on my channel about Egypt, at the very end of the video there's a picture from outside. Once we evacuated, we took the photo from outside to just show you the slides and all those like panicked people standing outside the plane, just waiting basically to be removed from the runway. It was the most like ridiculous thing I've ever been
That
through.
was so scary.
Yeah.
Did they actually tell you what happened? What was the reason of that smoke?
Oh, they didn't want to tell. Obviously, they wanted to keep everyone quiet, so they said like, "Oh, we give you all the money back, just like don't sue us," basically. And I think they were trying to say it's electrical fault because of the color of the smoke, because they do have to do reports on that. And I was trying to look into this, but you can never be like 100% certain. But when we board the plane, straight away you could see the TV screens didn't work, the air conditioning didn't work, so it must have been something to do with electrical fire basically, or electrical smoke in the cabin.
Yeah, well, those things you think they might happen in once in
Yeah,
million
yeah.
cases, because it happens too
Yeah.
fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, and what they done, they sent us, we had to wait 48 hours because they sent us a brand new plane from Germany with every 4th row there was a management sitting and security guard throughout the 5.5-hour flight to ensure that people on the return journey don't panic.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
how did you get on another plane after that?
You know, I'm gonna tell you that, guys, because I'm scared. I'm scared of flying as it is. I'm scared of heights. Like, I absolutely hate it. The takeoff and obviously the landing. Like, it's the most like ridiculous thing for me. And I suppose if you're very tired, and we're very tired because we were late already 5 hours. Like, people just did not. It feels like people didn't like care that much. They were just evacuating, but they were just so tired that they just. I don't know.
I know, but it sounds horrific. It sounds
It
like
did.
when I was, see, that was good a few years ago, when my daughter was only a baby and she's 12 now. We got in my dad's car and we were just about to drive to the airport because we were flying back to Poland for the visit. But as soon as we left the house, again, the smoke started from the steering wheel. My dad stopped the car and literally, I can't remember much of it because everything happened so quickly, but within minutes the car was in flames. Including my handbag in front with my passport, ID card, the plane tickets, and you know, then police arrived and the fire brigade, and police said to me, we can write you a note and you can still make your flight. And I just looked at them and I was like, you really think I'm going to go on a plane right now after what just happened? I said, this is just not meant to be today. But a long time after that, I still got in a car, but I didn't feel very safe. I could just remember that smoke starting slowly from the.
But hold on a second, I remember that because you were going to the airport and you couldn't fly because your passport got burned.
Yeah, because
once the car got on fire on the way to the airport.
Lucky. It was very lucky because we only just left and it was very early in the morning. There's no traffic. We were just about to.
Yeah.
It was before going onto the motorway, and I know once my dad stopped the car because it just happened just before the roundabout. So my dad stopped the car, and he asked me to, because the car started losing control. He opened the bonnet and he wanted to disconnect something.
Yeah.
Like the brakes or something.
Was it diesel or petrol? I can't remember.
Well, that's what I didn't know. So I obviously panicked and I started literally waving to people like, "Oh, go away! This is gonna blow." I could see it. So like, because it started smoking. in my head, it was gonna blow up.
Like on the movies.
So I was saying,
Yeah.
Dad, get away from the car, it's gonna blow. And he was just calmly walked into the front of it. Because the car heated up so much, it started moving itself. So he said, put your foot on the brake. So I was standing next to the car with my foot on the brake. And then when I looked down, like the next minute, I saw the flames on the floor.
Jesus.
And that's when I started really panicking. But then my dad said to me, you shouldn't have panicked, it's diesel burns, it doesn't blow up. No. I didn't drive back then, so I had no idea about
this.
this.
This is the Sunday advice. If you ever have car on fire, diesel doesn't blow up, it burns.
Yeah, so and that's what happened. Eventually, the fire accelerated and the whole car was literally in flames and it was gone. And I remember Millie for a long time, she was saying, Granddad car. I don't know if she remembers. Oh, of course she doesn't remember, she was very little. But that really scared me, you know, the situations like that.
Yeah.
Of course, they put you off traveling in a car or on a plane or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't stop, guys, because we love traveling, don't we? So you just be more careful next time.
You just have to think.
Sorry. Do you want to coffee?
I'm okay for now. How many actually plane crashes there is comparing to car crashes? I mean,
well, let's be honest. Once you're in a plane, once you're in the air, if something happens, it happens, right? It's not much you can do about it. I really don't think you can do anything. So once I flew after the Egypt, because the next trip I was taking, which was the long haul, I don't count like the European trips, was the trip to Thailand, which was 13 hours and 50 minutes. After that, after evacuating on Egypt. And I was thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna do it? But I just put myself into this mentality, if something happens, it will happen. Like you cannot control the situation, just relax, take a deep breath, get onto a plane and just enjoy the journey. And I was fine.
Yeah,
but that's the way you have to think, you know.
Needs to find the wrong way.
If you overthink every single situation, you will just stop yourself from like doing the things that you really love doing. And I love traveling, and I cannot like allow this one situation to like stop me traveling forever.
Yeah, that's true.
So what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna walk to Vietnam. It's gonna take me a month, maybe more.
Yeah, it'll still be interesting. Or drive around the world.
Vlog everything while I'm walking around, trying to get on foot to Vietnam.
No, but you know, things like this happen and you just gotta get on with it and move on with your life and just be lucky that you have one.
Yeah, and I don't think that's like the worst thing that can happen. So I don't really like, it doesn't affect me now in any way. I know many people were affected because we created like a Facebook group for the victims of the evacuation where people are actually sharing their experiences, and some people were really affected, and so was I, don't get me wrong, but I think I kind of found the strength within me to actually carry on, and that trip I took after to Vietnam, it really helped me get over it. So now I can just talk about it and it's like, it's not gonna upset me as much.
Yeah, it's more like put it down to experience.
Yeah, but that's just what it is, you know. You've got a travel channel, you've got a travel blog, you travel a lot and things will happen. So it's really...
It's actually a really good idea of you to start this blog. What made you even think of this?
The channel.
Yeah, the blog, the channel, like...
Because to be honest, we had some videos from a trip and like we wanted to share it with friends and family, and not everyone were on Facebook, especially like the older generation. They would prefer to like watch it on the actual YouTube, especially like our friends abroad. So we just put it on the YouTube channel and just share the links to them and like just let them watch it, and that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then we just like, you know, we really loved it, so we're just making more videos now. And now obviously you are in the picture. My big sister of 5 minutes older than
Might go on maternity leave soon from the channel. They'll be bringing the baby. Hello.
But yeah, guys, seriously, don't forget to leave a comment. if it's a boy or a girl, tomorrow is a B day because it's a baby day, baby gender day. When Nat is gonna find out if this is going to be a baby girl or a baby boy. Whoever gets right goes into a draw, a raffle. We're gonna pick one subscriber, so you have to be subscribed as well. We're gonna pick one subscriber who's gonna get a special present from me, from my Vietnam trip that I'm going to in 7 weeks. And I'll personally post that to you. Yeah, so that's my treat to you. Have fun, because we like fun games.
Exciting!
Don't we?
It is actually so exciting, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I might have to leave you for a minute.
oh yes, the baby tea situation.
See you
So
soon.
you know, we did say the pregnant women go to toilet every 5 minutes. Well, she made it quite far without going to toilet so far. So well done to her. Yeah, but in the meantime, guys, don't forget we've got this little competition going. If Nat's baby it's a boy or a girl, leave a comment. If you get this right, and tomorrow she will know, so we will reveal that in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe to find out if you might be the lucky winner of a special prize from Vietnam, which I'll personally pick for you. Once I will be in the Vietnam, I'll be filming the videos. I'll film one especially for you guys once I'm picking up the special gift for a winner. And I'll post that to you. Doesn't matter where you live, I'll get it posted, so you'll get that little treat from me for guessing the baby gender, if it's a boy or a girl. And because Nat is actually in the toilet now, I'm just gonna say to you, I really hope it's a girl. Since I'm the auntie, because I think it will be really cute. So we can do a little baby shower, like an afternoon tea maybe. With some pink decorations and some pink balloons, and that'll be really nice. But yeah, baby shower comes after that, I suppose. It's not long to go. So I think the baby's due in April. Yeah, as far as I remember. Yeah, but that's pretty much like probably the first time we're actually doing the live stream. So it's really nice of you guys to actually join us. And I'm not sure, but I don't think I need another coffee. So yeah. So just for those of you who missed the first part of the live stream, like Nat is my twin sister. And she's the older twin. She's 5 minutes older than me. So I'm the youngest twin, and we always used to do everything together. So yeah, I'm very excited for her baby coming, and because I'm going to be an auntie, so that's obviously a very, very big thing for me. And I hope obviously once the gender is revealed, one of you will get a special prize. So don't forget obviously to leave a comment. So the pregnant lady takes extremely long to go to toilet. I might just get another coffee really. Nat? Do you want another coffee? Do you want another coffee?
I'll have tea.
Tea.
I didn't hear the flushing of the toilet. It's just next door. I was like, oh, what are they gonna do?
Well, we've got 3 floors, so she could have gone upstairs, you never know.
Oh, you should have seen me coming in here. I literally run through the door. It's the toilet, I need a wee. It's so annoying. But that's just one of the perks of pregnancy that nobody likes to talk about. And it actually only took me 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get here. I went for a week before I left, but well, that's what happens. Are you having enough tea? Coffee? What are you having?
Yeah, I'm just chatting one moment.
Just chatting. We got any questions? See, I don't even know how it works. So we actually get people talking. on the chat.
Yeah, so this is
Oh,
first
there's
time
a
we're doing the live stream, so there's a chat. So I just guys send you a message just to remind you to have a guess, because tomorrow is the baby reveal gender situation when you hopefully will know if the baby's in the right position, if it's a boy or a girl. Leave a comment and let us know in that chat. So basically just leave a comment, boy or a girl. If you're right, you will be you might be selected for a special prize. So one lucky winner who will be subscribed to our channel will get a special prize from me from Vietnam, and I'll post this myself to you guys, so have fun guessing.
Oh, milk!
I've got shopping coming.
No milk!
I've got shopping coming, I'm sorry.
You've got no milk. I need to drink
Yeah, so
milk.
we were so busy with all the online shopping, which is on the way, and I literally just ran out of milk, lactose-free milk, because that's what we drink, do we?
Yeah, I can't deal with the dairy milk.
You just have to have a black tea. Just seriously, just have a black tea, you'll be okay. So because the shopping's supposed to come now, between now to 4 o'clock, so if the doorbell rings, I'm really sorry, we're just gonna have to take the shopping in, since we're in the kitchen. Yeah, because that week was just crazy, so we had problems with the groomers. We've been working till late. Nat was traveling for an Irish wedding of our friend. Obviously the groom is from New York City and the bride is Polish. That was a lovely wedding, and she only just came back last night as well, hence we were late today. But apart from that, I think we're okay. We've got sugar, we've got tea.
Well, I've had very
How many
eventful
spoons
week.
would you put in?
Two halves.
2 halves, okay.
Because when I put a spoon of sugar in, I just put like a little bit. So in my head, I'm putting a spoon of sugar, but it's not actually a full spoon. So when Anna says, "How can I have two?" and she's like, "What are you doing? What is this?" I'm like, "Well, it's a spoon. You know, it's like a bowl spoon."
No, I absolutely love sugar in my tea or coffee. I'm not like so bothered about milk, but I certainly have to have lots of sugar.
You wouldn't believe. She's not that bad now, but a few years ago, she would have like 5 or 6 spoons of sugar in a drink.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of the, you get used to the taste, don't you? Because I used to drink sweet drinks and then I stopped using sugar for a very long time. And now recently, only, I think it's because of the pregnancy cravings, I just like sweet drinks again. So I got used to it again, and now I don't really like unsweetened ones. So it's just a way of getting used to the taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So grab yourself guys a tea or coffee. Cheers. And I'm probably gonna run out of mugs by the time of this video, because we've got like 6 dirty already in the sink.
Good. Start washing up.
Thanks God for a dishwasher. That's all I'm saying.
You never use your dishwasher.
I know. I've got a dishwasher which I've never assembled. So the dishwasher is still never
Unused.
unused.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I don't know, I just never have enough dishes. But this morning, this afternoon, I think I wish I would have got this dishwasher in place.
Live without my dishwasher. It's a godsend. Honestly, this is the best thing I've ever got. The dishwasher.
I don't mind.
But I have kids, so that's different.
Okay.
We do go through a lot of dishes, and if you want to spend an hour or 2 every day washing up, then you know you can. The thing is, you can't really clean it as well as the dishwasher does.
Yeah.
You stick it in the dishwasher. It's a hot boiling water, steaming, clean. You know everything comes out clean and bacteria free and everything. So you can't beat that. You just load it in the evening. Empty in the morning.
I love washing dishes, seriously. I really don't mind. I think it's quite therapeutic. I don't mind, seriously. So I can come and do your dishes.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I can come and do your dishes.
But it's also saving water if you're using dishwasher, you know? You're not using as much water as you run in the circle once a day. Than actually running the water.
It's not going to be that hard this Christmas, because you guys, whoever guys you already subscribe, and if you ever watched any of our videos, you've probably seen the video we had made about edible biodegradable plate made from wheat. So this Christmas we're actually using a lot of those plates, so there won't be much washing up, because you can eat the plate and you can throw the plate away as well.
You know, even just the fact that you're throwing it, even they look nicer than plastic ones.
Because they look like our wood.
They look like wooden, and that's really cool. They're not they're not modern looking. They're like wooden modern looking. So they look
really
nice,
cool.
and then even if you throw them, you know you're not, polluting anything, because it's biodegradable, so that it's gonna dissolve and not gonna affect the environment in any way. So I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, I think they definitely should, and I'm sure they will in years to come. Like everything will be produced from the products that they will not be recyclable.
But coming up to Christmas, like I know everyone are putting out all the Christmas decorations now. My my Christmas decorations took me about 30 seconds. I basically took my tree, which is already dressed, down to the living room, took the cover out of the tree. Voila, it's ready.
That's one of the things like people should do, really. Just
put
it up in the loft already.
Yeah, with all the bulbs, with all the light in there. Literally just, I stuck it down in the living room, took the bag off. Ta-da! I've got a Christmas tree.
Yeah, but what about the enjoyment of dressing the tree? See, my tree is quite big, and for pretty much 10 years now, I have the same decoration, the same look of the tree. And I always do it, and this is like my thing. Everything needs to be in this. I'm quite pedantic over my tree. Everything needs to be in a certain place, and I always put things in certain order, like the lights first, then the tinsel, then the baubles, then another tinsel, and all this. So I've got my own system. And my boyfriend this time, I've got this red angel that goes on top, and he just looked at it and said, "Why does it have to go on the top? It just doesn't go. Just put the star on the top." And I was like, I was fuming. I was like, how dare you telling me that it doesn't go? It's been there for 10 years. I am not changing it. Honestly, it's just one of those things that I am really particular about. And then when I dress it and I put the lights on, and even the lights need to be at a certain settings. You can switch from like going really fast to slow, or like dimmed and everything. So I've got one setting that only on that setting I can sit down, look at the tree, and then relax, and that makes me feel all Christmassy with all the decorations.
Yeah, so because like we've got 2 different Christmases, so we do Christmas on the 24th, and then we go Christmas on the 25th, and it just goes and goes, doesn't it? It just never finishes.
Christmas Eve is traditional day for Catholic people, but for Polish like us, that we celebrate the most. That's where we have our big evening meal with family, and that's where we open presents after the meal. Christmas Day, as you like English people, or even in America, is the same, isn't it? The 25th is Christmas Day. So for us, it's like almost like a Boxing Day in England. It's like the second day after Christmas when we chill out. We still have a nice meal, but the only difference is we don't open presents on the Christmas day anymore. We open presents in the evening, which my kids absolutely love that, and they always brag about it to their friends, because they basically get 2 Christmases. On Christmas Eve, they spend with the Polish side of the family, and they're allowed to open the presents. Of course, it's like before everyone else, because all of their other friends will open them on Christmas morning. And then on Christmas morning, they get to open presents from the English side of the family. So they've always loved it, and this is like a really brilliant way for them to celebrate and sort of extend their Christmas period. Because sometimes it's such a shame to put all the presents at once on a Christmas morning, open them in a few minutes, and it's done. So to spread it over like Christmas Eve a little bit and then Christmas morning, then that makes it a little bit more special. So yeah, we're looking forward to Christmas.
So
At Anna's tonight.
Yeah, so I was looking for a solution. How am I going to fit 12 people around the dinner table for Christmas? Because I've got a table for like 6. Because obviously it's just 2 of us in the house, so we don't need any more space. So now we're going to have to hire out additional table with 6 chairs, join 2 different tables together in the middle of the room to make a large table of 12. And I think that's the only way we can fit 12 people.
Yeah, we've got plenty of room. It's just a case of...
Well, yeah, obviously, but like in UK you don't have a house in England as big like as you guys have, like for example in America. So if you think big, what here means big, it probably means really small like in America. So 12 people table is probably as much as you can fit onto a length of a living room.
Yeah. And the family keeps growing, so it's like
Exactly.
more and more people every year.
Yeah, that's it. So next year it's gonna be 11. No, 13. Sorry.
11.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this math.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like this year I feel really Christmassy, really early. I don't know, sometimes you like sort of, you can't get the feeling until near Christmas, but this year for some reason from like beginning of December I've been like listening to Christmas songs, and I get really excited when it comes on the radio, some Christmas songs, and kids will be like, well, it's only beginning of December. I'm like, yeah, so what? You know, it's like time to listen to Christmas songs, and I'll be sitting in the car singing to them all. So I'm really looking forward to it.
So because Natalia and Nat loves karaoke, over the Christmas it's like, this is how it looks like, because we are Polish, half Polish family, half English family, and then we've got now, what country in the mix?
Lithuania.
Lithuania. So it looks like that over Christmas. Everyone are having a lovely meal, we get together, and then the Polish tradition, the bottle of vodka comes out.
Yeah, that tradition actually, how to call it,
You get
improved over the years, because
we are training our English fellow family members on how to handle
originally,
the Polish
you're not
tradition.
supposed to drink on Christmas Eve, but we sort of adapted and adjusted the tradition through the years for everyone.
Because it's 21st century, yes, and we train our English family members to sustain.
Yeah, Anna's husband's English and our dad's been training him for a good few years now.
Training him, yeah.
He's getting better. He's going to handle quite a lot.
Yeah, that's it. The only thing they struggle with, like on our Christmas you don't eat meat. So on the 24th you've got Christmas meal and there's only fish and vegetables.
Well, when you say fish and vegetables, that sounds really boring. But there's
It's
certain
12
types
dishes.
of fishes, and it's differently made.
Traditionally you have to have 12 dishes, there are 12 traditional dishes, but there's no meat allowed. And then on the 25th, which is the English Christmas, you get a roast, so you get your meat. So we kind of have the best of both worlds, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fish is really nice. Unless you are really like, you really don't like fish, then tough.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's quite a lot of dishes and there's loads of food, and we love food.
Yeah, we do.
I love food now even more.
Oh my goodness.
Thinking about it, I had so much food over the weekend. I was like, literally, I couldn't walk.
Yeah. So I kind of have this big plan for my travel destinations. Like I always wanted to go to States, but I'm not sure because I always wanted to go to Texas. Like it's probably not the first choice for most of the people. So people say, oh, I want to go to New York, I want to go to Las Vegas, I want to go to Los Angeles or California. I want to go to Texas.
Oh, really?
Because once I've met a person from Texas and they told me, I'm not sure if it's true, so you guys can tell me, that you can get boots where they measure your foot by the laser, and they make your boots, your convoy boots, to measure. So I really want a pair of those. So if that's true and you are from America or you are from Texas, do let me know, because I'm definitely going to be there one day, and that's probably what I want to do. But also this man versus food situation.
Is this recorded in Texas?
Well, no, because he was traveling alone.
Oh, is it
there.
just the food that you think?
Yeah, just the food in America. Like this is something that we don't do, like in our countries, like in Europe. But like those challenges, like man versus food challenge, where you can get like your thing on the wall, and then like you've got those amazing like briskets and things like that in America.
There is a little bit too.
But
There are a few, but it's not that.
It's so not the same. Seriously, if you see our challenge portions, you probably will think it's nothing. It's like a standard size meal.
Yeah.
Seriously, or like this super spicy food.
I know. Yeah, they're
Like
not hard
we don't have
challenges
that.
to beat.
Yeah, but like this program, Men men versus food I literally loved. I watched every single episode, and the food that they were trying, oh my god. Like, probably that's one of the reasons I'll go to America, just to have the food.
Oh, I hate watching that when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And they usually it's like only the evenings when you sit there like,
Yeah.
I don't want to eat anymore. Oh no, the food. We have got restaurants in England. They are.
Oh, we got restaurants in England.
They are. Well, they are made to be like an American diner. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention the name. I'm probably not going to. But there is this chain of restaurants. But it's. I must say, I've taken American friend there, and what he said to me was, the food is nothing like that. It's very much anglicized. You know, it's like American food or dishes idea was sort of made to what English people's taste.
Yeah, and that was the American guy trying an American diner in England said that the food isn't good. So that means something, doesn't it?
He didn't say it wasn't good. He just said it's not
authentic.
Yeah, because it's supposed to give you the experience of American diner, American food. So it should be made as American as possible, or as close to it. But no, it's made sort of a bit more English way. It's like you go abroad anyway. Most English people expect English breakfast everywhere at the hotels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, when I was in Antigua, and that's like a Caribbean island, they served English breakfast every single morning, and it was a proper English breakfast. And they had hash browns, and they had the sausage, and they had the bacon, and it tasted absolutely amazing. And that was probably the only restaurant I've ever been to so far abroad which served the proper English breakfast.
Yeah, because places know what type of tourists come, and they cater for them.
They have to adapt today. Yeah.
They have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we went to Turkey, I remember obviously they don't do normal bacon. They do like a pretend bacon because they don't eat pork, do they?
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Yeah, so there was only one day of the week when they had bacon. Well, it wasn't a problem for me, but I could see some people were irritated by that there wasn't an English breakfast available. But this is something that you can always check beforehand. If this is such a big deal for you, then
hold on, can you tell me what is pretend bacon? What is it made from?
It was. It's like a vegetarian. No, sorry, it's the beef one.
Beef?
Beef bacon.
Beef bacon? You can get beef bacon?
Yeah.
Okay, beef bacon.
Yeah, you can.
Oh no.
It was something like that. I didn't even try it, to be honest. Because I like more continental breakfast. I like to have a nice crusty roll, some ham, cheese, like fresh tomatoes and fruit salad. I prefer that. I like English breakfast and I cook breakfast, but not often. Sometimes it makes me feel too heavy, just too much too early.
Well, I like eggs, poached eggs, so eggs Benedict.
Eggs as well.
That's nice. Smoked salmon for breakfast. That's definitely my kind of thing. With the bagel, so I love bagels so much. Not very much of a cereal person myself, but bagel is 100% my breakfast.
I like cereal, but it doesn't make me feel like I've had breakfast.
Yeah.
I'll eat it, and after 5 minutes, I feel like I need something more substantial. But then that changes again, you know. Like now, for the last couple of months, I absolutely love poached eggs, and I can eat them for breakfast, dinner, evening. You know, just because I think my body's craving it. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
When I'm pregnant. And eggs are really good for you when you're pregnant. It's protein, and as long as they're cooked properly, then it's a great thing to have.
Well, obviously for those guys of you that missed the beginning of the video, tomorrow is the big day. The baby reveal gender. Nat is pregnant. She's my twin sister, by the way, 5 minutes older. If you want to leave a comment, if it's a girl or is it a boy, whoever will get it right will be might be selected. One lucky winner will be selected for a special prize from Vietnam. I'm going Vietnam in 7 weeks, and I'll be buying somebody's prize basically in Vietnam, and I'll personally post that to whoever wins.
Yeah,
so
have fun and enter it. There's only 2 options.
So it's a 50-50. This is a good lottery for someone, alright? 50-50 chances to get it right. And then of course, whoever of you guys got it right, then we are down to 1 winner at the end. We'll get a special prize from Vietnam. On top of that, if there's anything special you want from Vietnam, do let me know.
So we're gonna give them a week to enter, and then we'll...
No, I think you have to make a decision if it's a boy or girl by today, because tomorrow is the
Tomorrow is
the day. to do it by today, by, I don't know, within the next 4 hours, let's say. Make your decision, make a pick, take a gamble, and then we'll see.
Look at me and think about all those symptoms, and a lot of people have like.
Apparently you can
superstitious
tell,
in
apparently you
everything.
can tell, I don't know.
You could, yeah, I've heard that you can tell about how high the belly is.
But did you hear about this thing? Like you can have something above the belly that wiggles, and then it's supposed to tell you
that's
where you're at.
very like old wives' tales, I'm sure. Well, people say, you know, if you sick a lot, then it's going to be a girl. If you have a back ache, back pain, lower back pain, it's going to be a boy. And do you know what? Those things actually were true with my 2 previous pregnancies. Yes, I was sick a lot with my daughter, and it was a girl. And I wasn't at all with my son, but I had a really bad backache, and everyone can tell me it's ability, and it was. But my friend recently actually checked on the Chinese calendar, on the Chinese, what's it called, predictor. And I said, what are you actually trying to predict? And he said, well, basically, there is this calendar where you type in roughly the time of when the baby was conceived and the age of the mother, and that works out for you whether it should be a girl or a boy based on the Chinese calendar. So I'm not gonna give you any suggestions, but yes, down to that, it worked out that it's supposed to be a boy. That's just another one of those stories. So I guess we can just find out tomorrow if the baby's in the right position, because I'm going to tell you now that on the first scan the little baby decided to go head down and show us the butt. And I've never seen that before on a scan photo, when actually the lady said, right, I can see there's a baby, there is one, there's a heartbeat, that's great, everything's brilliant, apart from I can't see anything else because he's just decided to show us his bottom. Which normally you have the baby laying on the screen, you see the sideways, so you can see the legs, arms and head and everything. So I was sent to the bathroom just to empty the bladder, and then when I came back it was really clear. So I'm hoping that this time it will be even clearer and we'll see even more details, and they're actually going to be able to tell us what it is, which I actually was happy not to find out this time. I would have been happy to wait till the baby's born, but now there's so many people involved in this, including my kids. They really want to know, so I'm gonna find out for everyone and for you guys as well, so you can have your competition. No.
Oh, sorry. Ow.
Yeah. I'm getting a bit warm in here now. Is the heating on like force, or is it just me? You just wearing a vest. Like, look at you know.
I'm just looking at the comments, guys. Like you're having a proper chat down there, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it now.
Yeah, you can look.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, look.
Shall we join the chat?
Yeah, we are chatting anyway, so like, I'll just look through the window, there's an ambulance outside. I know.
Is there?
Yeah,
Oh no, that's not good.
I don't know what's going on, but I don't really want to look. Yeah. It's not us, don't worry. Probably one of the neighbours. But
Have you got
that's-
any elderly neighbours?
No, everyone are young, like me.
Oh no. Oh, that's not right. Hopefully nothing serious.
No, I'm not gonna know now anyway, but just had a quick look outside, that's why I went away, so sorry, but yeah, when the ambulance is outside your door, and yeah, it kind of worries me about the neighbours and stuff, so.
It's always a worry when you see an ambulance, because they don't respond to anything, do they? They actually called the ambulance last week for my little boy. So he decided to play a dangerous game at the playground and got hit with the swing right in his head at full speed. Yeah, so you must say now we overreacted a little bit, but you don't think like that when it's a head injury. So we waited for ambulance. They never arrived, but luckily Thomas wasn't that bad. So he managed to get up, and we went to the doctors and he was fine. He just had a quite big bang to his head. And guess what he did the next morning?
You banged his
Played
head
played exactly the same game again. He was just like a little bit more careful which way to duck under the swing. But that's boys for you. And that is just something that, you know, you can't rub them and go to the wall and tell them not to play on the swings. It's just one of those things. Being boisterous.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Boys. So
Yeah.
what are you doing right now? What are you up to?
Yes,
Talk
actually,
to
guys,
us.
talk to us. Tell us what you're doing right now. We are curious. What are you guys
We
doing?
want to know what's going on. What is the time anyway? Do you know?
What time?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, it's like 25 to 4.
Oh. Ooh, I'm gonna have to glance at them.
Oh god. Okay, quick guys, because she's about to go. You have to tell me what you guys doing.
What are you doing? What are your plans for this week? Are you busy? Are you travelling anywhere? Are you planning any holidays? Are you going away for Christmas? Because I've never done that. But
Have you
I
got your
want-
Christmas present sorted?
Oh, have you?
No.
I thought about it. Then I realised I got my weeks
I've
completely wrong.
ordered my Christmas cards with my picture on it.
Oh, how lovely.
They were on offer. Me sitting down the fireplace on the Chesterfield sofa.
Oh,
Merry Christmas!
Oh no, I thought about our plan. Okay, so next week I need to do all the Christmas shopping because the week after is Christmas. And then I realised, no it's not. We've got another 2 weeks. So, phew, I've got a bit more time actually to get it done. But I'm terrible. I always leave it till last week or something.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Ethan!
Merry Christmas!
Ethan is wishing us Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
Merry
Ethan. Merry
to you.
Christmas to you as well. We hope to hear from you before Christmas as well.
Have a guess on the agenda and the competition.
Ethan already did. I think he put his guess through.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, you might be a lucky winner, Ethan. You never know.
Oh.
Yeah, and you guys should as well guess the baby gender. Seriously.
Yay! Have a go. It's fun. I might have to leave you again in a minute. I'm terrible. I'm really not good for long.
No, it's fine.
Long times right now.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
I'll have to go because I need to pick up my child.
Okay. Well, guys, just before we finish, please do not forget to subscribe. We have got new episodes coming of the Coffee Morning show. We've got plenty of more videos for you guys to watch on our channel. So don't be a stranger and subscribe. Tomorrow we will have the reveal of the baby's gender, and also probably at the end of the week we'll be reviewing the DJI Osmo Pocket, since we upgrading our gear before we're gonna fly to Vietnam, which is going to be in 7 weeks. So we'll do some review, unboxing, not so serious as always, of the DJI Osmo Pocket. In the meantime, don't hesitate to watch our Mavic Mini drone video and the footage on our channel, and also the remaining episode of the Coffee Morning Travel Show.
Yes, and I actually must say I really enjoyed this.
Me too.
This feels really natural, and it feels like we're actually connecting with people a little bit more. It would be great to be able to maybe see the chat more, because I wasn't trying to do that, but it's great actually talking live, and because we don't really rehearse and like pre-record things, so pretty much all our videos are like recorded live, and then we're like, okay, that's saved.
Yeah, so we don't edit,
So we'll definitely
we don't
do this again.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. You've been amazing, and we hope that we can do it again, like maybe next Sunday if you guys want. So that would be nice, isn't it?
Yes, have a lovely week, and if we don't see you, don't see you before Christmas,
send us a
then
message or
have
watch the
amazing
videos.
Christmas.
Yeah, just stay in touch, guys, because you've been just amazing. So yeah,
So yeah, till next time.
till the next time.
Bye.
Bye. And I'll try and switch this off.
I'll switch off because it's going right into the camera.
I'll stop this.
Looks like we're staying live.
Ah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait! Do you know how to turn it off?
No.
Let me get the hot dog.
Guys, can you please tell me in a comment how do I switch the live chat off?
How to turn it off. Hello, Westy, Mr. Westy.
I'll leave it on for a minute. Leave it. We've still got people. Nearly 2,000 people. Not yet.
Are we still on? Are we still live? Oh look, see, this is real life.
Just wait for another minute.
Oh. If anyone's wondering what's happening right now, we are watching this interesting plant.
I'll just message people asking help
The
me.
plant is live. Mr. Westy! See Mr. Westy!
Well, who saves the plant?
I know.
I have no idea how to switch
The
the
plant
live
is
chat off.
live right now.
Help!
How's that?
Yeah, one more minute.
Everyone's looking at the plant.
Let's do the bunny. Boop, boop, boop.
Hold on, there's a wolf coming.
That's because this is finished right now.
You just don't know how to switch it up.
No, just for your entertainment, we'll leave it alive.
Somebody put cocaine. Somebody put cocaine in the chat. Oh my goodness.
I'll leave it going for a little bit.
Have a lovely day. Bye.